Hey guys, happy Thursday. I hope you have a wonderful day. Okay, there's a little bit of a melancholy feel in this read. And I think if you just look at the cards, we come in with the 8 of Coins, we've got the Star card, the 7 of Wands, and the Temperance card, okay? First, it's 2 trumps. For one day, but again, I don't feel this energy is just for a day. We just have to list something when we list these videos, right? But the energy flows consistently. And if you notice, it's like the Star card and the Temperance card, you're not working, it's like you're split down the middle, right? And I really feel that that's what you feel like. I think that you may be keeping up, smiles and laughs and humor, but I think behind that, you're hiding loneliness, right? I feel like life is going on without you having to participate at all. That happens when, we're not, feeling our best, or maybe we're a little overweight, or we're dehydrated, or there's something in that regard, right? Or maybe we just got, a less than satisfactory doctor's appointment where you thought they were going to say, oh, you're so healthy, you're this, you're that. And instead they said, you really need to lose like 10 pounds. That'll ruin your day in a split second anyway. But you've got to look at it in a different way. I'm just trying to throw some humor in here because I feel someone is really feeling like you've got to be the life of the party, everything to everyone, right? But what you're doing is you're dishonoring yourself by not being happy yourself, right? I don't feel like you're going through the motions of life, but you're really not spiritually fulfilled, engaged. You're feeling, we know how to show up, but on the inside is a whole different story, and that's what I think is going on here. Okay, I think that what you're noticing is people are thriving around you, right? But you probably don't feel like your life is going anywhere. It's because you're scattered too thin. You're giving too much away to everyone else. And I'm an advocate, of course, of helping other people, but you've got to put yourself in this equation here too, right? I think that if you're meant to shine. You're absolutely meant to shine here. I think what you've got to balance is your day-to-day, and this is my big pet peeve about not staying present. When we get so far ahead of ourselves, that's when we can be depressed, right? When we live in the past, that's when we can be depressed. When we're fully engaged in our day-to-day, right? Really nothing can be wrong in the day-to-day, but when we're present in the moment, right? It's not 9 o'clock, we're getting coffee and we're already praying it's 5 o'clock, right? If that's the case, you've got to take that 7 of Wands and find what your passion is, right? Because it's trying to get your vigor back, right? And we feel defeated. We don't know what our desires are. We don't know what our passions are when we're not happy on a day-to-day. So you could be going through a bout of depression here, right? Maybe change your food diet a little bit, right? Incorporate something that, dare I say, exercise. I'm not an advocate myself. Trust me, I should be, but I'm not. But I know that when I can't get out of my own way, I know I need to either start drinking more water, I need to start changing up my scene, I need to start changing up my day. Something needs to be shaken up here, but I think that you're too many things to too many people, but you're not in that list. So find the things that excite you. Find the things that are that you want to do, that you're passionate about. I think that you're meant to really shine in here, but I don't think that you're doing that. I think you're doing too much for other people, and then you've got nothing left for yourself. So if you look, our numbers, we've got the 8 of Coins, and the Star card zooms out to be an 8 too. So we've got 2 8s. That's saying that something either needs to change within a relationship dynamic, right? That can be on your job front, or it can be on the home front, or it can be both. It's got to kind of wash across the board, guys, okay? We're never happy in one spot if we're unbalanced in another spot. So we've got to pull it into balance here. And I think that those two eights is, how do I ground myself on the day-to-day, and how do I have hope, and am I divinely guided on the other? They've got to go hand in hand, right? See how the water is flowing in both the Star card and the Temperance card? It's realizing too that you've got to have trust and hope and faith, and there's destiny in that Star card. You've just got to believe in yourself. And the beauty of that card too is you've got to find your true north. You've got to find who you truly are, right? Because once you do that, the Temperance card is I know I don't need to, I want it done yesterday, but I know I need to go at a pace here. I know that there's a process to things, right? So it's tempering things, it's blending things, it's pulling things into your life that are new. Like I say with that Temperance card, don't recreate the martini, make something special of your own, right? I also think here that with that 8 of coins, there is, and the 7 of wands there, I think the balance between the two, I think if they're in balance, your life is whole. Okay, when they're out of balance, you're not. I think with that 8 of coins, you may spend more than you make, right? Your finances may be not where they need to be right now, right? I think you may want to travel or something, or expand in some way, but you may not have the finances to do it. If you balance those two and you keep your life balanced, right? Slow and steady, just change up a financial budget for yourself. Find what truly lights you on fire. I think you may have it backwards, right? I think that you know how to do financial responsibilities. You know how to engage, organize, structure. I think you may be a little bit too hard on yourself and people around you though, right? I don't feel that you're cutting yourself any slack, but I don't think you're cutting anyone else any slack either. But when we feel stronghold into doing something, we kind of become resentful. So we're not really helping people. We're doing it because we feel like we have to. That will bite you in the ass. So do for yourself. There's not, be okay with saying no and letting it be there. Don't go into tangents as to why you can't do something or why you don't want to do something. It's, just know. That puts more power in yourself than you realize. And that actually gives you energy. Right? You keep your energy resolved then. By the time you're done explaining why you can't do something, it's just easier to stink and do it. But you've already exhausted all of your energy there. So you don't have now the energy for the thing you were going to do. You see what I mean? You've got to be, it's putting up boundaries. It's saying, no, today I just can't, period. And letting it go at that and not feeling guilty about it, because guilt will paralyze you too. So I think you're just stuck between a catch-22. I think with the 8 of coins, it's diligence. It's going to take time and you chip away at it, right? But there's no shortcuts there. I think you can have whatever you think you're not having for sure. But with that 7 of wands, you've got to find what that is. And you've got to, again, in that 7 of wands, I really think that it's putting up, it's not being defensive, but it's saying to yourself, right? First, you've got to get right with yourself, and then you've got to get right with the people in your surroundings, right? Don't be too critical on the people in your relationships, right? And if you are, you want to look at why that is. Is it the person that you resent? Is it your surroundings that you resent? Or is it something within yourself? You've just got to find those balance between, again, what is spiritually in balance with you and what on the tangible day-to-day is in alignment with you too. And I think that's the battle of that 7 of wands. I think you're trying to find that, but you may be spewing off in different areas, right? Whatever it is that you want, you can have it here. You've just got to harness and balance that 8 of coins, your day-to-day, the dignity that you've got, right? And that 7 of wands, your passion, your desires. Those are things you can't make up. They're the non-negotiables because they don't go away. It'll be that longing you've got that just doesn't go away. You need to get right with yourself first. And once you do that, then the floodgates open for you. And that Temperance card becomes your castle. Because in that card, you can do anything. You can create things. You can get recognition. you get it all what you're looking for in there. I can feel very much you want to do everything for everyone. You want to explore life. I also feel in here that, you may be taking care of someone who's not mentally well. That could be draining too, but you've got to find a balance still in that scenario for yourself here. There may be a fallout in a relationship here. You may have a conversation or something that shakes up that apple cart a little bit too. But again, the balance for you is between that 8 of coins and the 7 of wands. The 8 of coins is it's not work. It's not just what we do on a day-to-day that's work related, where we get an income from. That 8 of coins is the dignity you bring to every day. It's what do you put into the things that you do. That's from making a cup of coffee to, signing whatever it is that you're responsible for during the day. It's driving your car. It's the things that you do on a day-to-day. 8's a power number, right? It can propel you forward, but without spiritual grounding, right, you're not going to get where you're going, because that's dignity, and you need to be right with the things that you're doing and how you're doing them. And sometimes that's just, you know what, no, I can't help you today, period. And you need to leave it at that. So that's what I think is going on here. I think if you want to change something too within your life, a job, a career, a relationship, you've got to, one, feel like you're deserving of it, right? I think you're very organized and set in your work environment, but I think that your budget may be off a little bit because you're looking for ways to feel good, right? We all know that, the emotional shopping or the emotional eating or this or that. But again, I think if you pull in that 8 of coins and that 7 of wands, that will balance the star card, which is you need to believe in yourself, right? There's destiny in that card, but you've got to take the opportunities or make the opportunities. And the star card, the temperance card is exactly that. It's realizing that there's a process here, and it's in the moment, day by day, and you get there when you get there. You've just got to have a plan, right? A plan that's doable, not, you need to be able to anchor it and sign off on it. So get the pen and paper out maybe and pull this together, because you can get what you want. You've just got to realize that it's not your job to make the world happy. You need to be happy first, and then people fall into alignment with that. Okay, so there you go. I think it's a great day. Like I said, I think it's a continuation of yesterday. It's just a process, and it's frustrating, right? It's frustrating when we look back and realize how many years we haven't done this. So what? We get where we're getting. We always have enough time. We always have enough time. So don't regret anything. You have a pulse today, and you have, air in your lungs today. Make today a new day. Every minute is a new minute. You can change whatever it is that you're not happy about. You've just got to invest in yourself. Okay? So there you go. I think this is strong. We've got the star card and the temperance card. Those are two really strong cards of getting your life back on track. Those cards usually come in when we're not fulfilled. Something just blew through our house. A relationship just broke up, or we lost a job or whatever. You can get your life back on track here. You've got the fire, and you've got the grounding, and you've got the spiritual divine help here. You've just got to call it in. Okay, so there you go. I hope that I helped you in some way. If you need a private reading, please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you with anything. Okay, thank you so much.